All right, so I did invite a few of the panelists that didn't crash out to speak their piece. So I'm going to bring up Doug MPA and CJ. Doug MPA is our moderator, and he co-hosts at times. And we're going to bring them both up to, we'll start our own panel here.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, CJ, how's it going?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
How's it go? How's it going, Doug MPA?
Man, you know how it is on these streets. Let me tell you guys, like, here's the thing. I hate the fact that Ilkan Ali works with Fatty. He's in Portugal. What the hell does he have to say about Black America, period? Like, how did he get here? How? Who let him in? I don't get it. Like, Fatty is this isn't Pearl's opinion. This isn't CJ's. This is mine. Fatty can't speak on Black America at all. Pearl has more of an ability to speak on Black America than Fatty because she's American. Who goes on his panels? Why? And then Pearl has 2 million subs. She's the biggest person on there. They're interrupting her, not letting her speak. And then Jazz is an absolute demon. She's a demon. She's what's wrong with Black America. I've dealt with women like Jazz my entire life. Jazz is the penultimate example of what's wrong with American Black women. I say it on my channel. I'll say it here. This is not Pearl's views. American Black women are the scum of the earth. No men have worse women to pick from than American Black women, than American Black men. 80% of Black women, maybe 20% are decent, but 80% of Black women, you could Thanos snap them out of here, like the freaking Infinity War, and no one would notice, and the ones who did notice wouldn't care. Now you may be saying, "Oh, Doug MPA,
he's going off. He's going on his rant." All right,
you may say, "Oh, Doug MPA, what about your mom? Your mom's Black. You know what? F her too. How about that?"
Oh my God, my guy is tripping. All right, so let me go. Let me say
you know
this.
What? F her too.
We invited CJ on the show.
Okay, so
sorry, I'm done.
All right, so I'm gonna start off by saying Fatty and Ilkan are my boys. Feel me? So I love them boys over there. Those are my guys, and I don't know who the fuck the misfits are. So don't even act like I do. I do not. But okay, so I agree with most of what you were saying, Pearly. I think that women are convincing us what to be offended by. So I have a new little premise that we are around each other so much. I think we are becoming more like them, and they might be becoming more like us. So they're teaching us what to be, who to be. They're getting us to bow down to them like we're the women in these relationships, and they're the men.
Wow, that's a really good point. That's
really
true.
If you're around somebody, sorry, go ahead.
What'd you say about they want to start a war between Black men and white men so they can date the white men?
Oh yeah.
Can you expand on that?
Was that what you were saying, or did you have?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let me tell you my favorite life. All right, so I got that from my boy Tommy. I don't know if y'all know Tommy Sotomayor is.
Oh yeah, OG. Let's go.
That's one of his points. So I believe that he's right. I think Black women are trying to start a war because they really want white men. That's why they put all that weave in their hair, and they want to be with white men. They're envious of white women. That's why they talk so much crazy stuff about white women. And what else? Yeah, they're trying to start a war so they can get with white men, but white men don't want them. Like you said, they don't want them. They obese. They got a lot of bad stats. That's not on their side. That's why women, especially Black women, hate stats. Women really hate stats in general. They don't like logic. They don't like stats because you can't manipulate when you're using stats and logic. So women don't like those things. And turn on the AC now. That's the name of my channel. Feel me? So go follow your boys. It's me and my boy Arnold.
Yeah, guys, go subscribe to his channel. How many subscribers do you have?
Oh, we don't got that many.
No, I'm saying we could see how many we could get in a stream.
Okay, we got 239 right now.
239. Guys, can we get into 300 this stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, Yeah, let's put it in the chat. Well, if you want to host a panel show once a week, there's an opportunity that's opened up.
I don't want to step on nobody's toes, so
No,
I'll come on your show if you want me over here.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you think about what like the original point was? Are you from like a black area?
I'm from Inglewood, California. Yeah.
Okay, and did you
I
see?
lived in Memphis, Tennessee for.
Did you see black women dating criminals, or was that just completely out of bounds?
Like I said on the show, I agree with your point that black women, I think women in general have a propensity to date like more violent people, but yeah. I think black women have a higher propensity. I think they do it more often. I don't know. Yes, I think so. You're right.
Yeah, well, because I was just thinking it wasn't really to make it racial, but I just didn't like that she was pretending she didn't know. When I'm like,
gaslighting.
That's what was annoying me. I was like, well, one, I thought the topic was black fatigue. That is what the guy told me. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Maybe they titled it something else, but I'm like, but the second thing, I'm like, in the DMs, you said black fatigue. You said we could do that. So I'm like, what? But then the second thing, the only reason I brought it up was I didn't like her pretending she didn't know. And I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah, Jazz. I don't know if you know Jazz. You know.
No, I don't know her, but I'm like, you have a criminal in your past. You've dated one. I just don't believe it. Like,
so she's been making her rounds on YouTube. I don't know if you watch some of the shows on YouTube, but she's been making her rounds, and she's definitely a feminist. I think she hates men, and you know how women project how they feel onto men. So she would say that men hate women because that's how she feel about men. And that's how most women do. So these feminists, they talk about you hate women. We try to correct women. They always talk about how we hate them. It's just projection because most women hate men or don't like men.
Yeah.
And so I have what I call the feminist conundrums. The feminist conundrum is you want a man, but you hate men. So how are you going to figure that out? And then you don't want a man to approach because men are creepy and all this stuff, but then women won't approach, court or marry a man. So now we're just staring at each other.
The other thing too, I think most black men would prefer to marry a black woman. It's just like the stats I was talking about. Like when I've dated interracially, most of the guys said they like would have preferred to be with a black woman, but it's like they just kept fumbling. And so they're like, I got to go elsewhere. Marvel at the top shelf, white athletes marrying black women. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Like it doesn't exist.
Hey, Travis Kelce almost married that woman.
Yeah, she fumbled. Like she could have. That's what I mean. And that's like because there are white guys that have that I don't want to say fetish, but like that's their thing, you know. Yeah. But again, it's just the obesity. Like that's the biggest.
Here's one of the things with black women that they don't understand. A man will smash a black woman, but like a man has to think about his kids. Okay. Like you want to have a black wife and a half black child, right? See, if a black guy marries a white woman, he's black and his kids are still black. But you're a white guy and you have a black wife, your kid is black, but you're white.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's
a lot of black guys are like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's more important to dads that the kids look like them, I think, than like the moms. I think the dads care more about that. So
not that big. Sorry.
What?
That's men, period, though. Like men of all races, you know, white guys want their kids to look like them. Asian guys want their kids to look like them. So it's not just a white guy with a black woman thing. It's just men, period. Go ahead, TJ. I'm sorry.
So to both of your points, yes, most men want their kids to look like them. Most men want to date the women that's related to them or attached to them, their race. But most men still like beauty. So like to Pearl's point, if these women weren't so obese and overweight, they would still have a better chance to get with white men. But they don't want to lose the weight. They don't want to follow any kind of. They don't want to do anything to get the man that they want.
And a lot of black women, there's like. Again, there's going to be a market of white guys that are looking for. If you want to go for the white guys, all you got to do is be thin. That's like half the battle. Because there are white guys that if you have 10 people from every race, every like there's gonna be one that has like a thing for either Asian, Black, whatever it is. And I'm like, you just gotta find them and be thin, but they just can't.
I would argue that it's never been easier for a Black woman to be attractive. All you have to do is have a single digit dress size, right? And take that disgusting blonde weave off your head, and you're good to go. Oh, and no tattoos and no septum piercing, and you're in the top.
Mind the tattoos. They don't even mind the tattoos like that.
No, that's the men are forgiving the tattoos now.
They don't mind tattoos. Most men don't mind tattoos like that. They don't want them all over the place. Couple tattoos, maybe.
I was at my dentist's office the other day, and this really pretty light-skinned girl was a dental assistant, and she had a big, the treble, the music treble on the side of her neck. Oh. I was like, bro, come on. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and I just couldn't believe the one girl called you that.
Oh my goodness. She called me a coon, Pearly.
And they like hand wave it. They're like, oh, just don't interrupt. And I say Black women have herpes. And they're like, bro, why are you being antagonistic? I'm like, this girl called her the coon.
So they're going to shame us to be on their side for sure. That's one of their tactics. The shame us to be on their side.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right.
Correct. So that was one of her shaming tactics, but I don't fall for that. I'm too good at this. Feel me, Pearly? And we at 255 just to update y'all. Feel me? So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, keep going over to his channel and subscribing, you guys. Let's try to get him up to 300.
Yeah.
I'm putting the channel in the chat. Please go there and subscribe, please.
And we appreciate.
Oh yeah, Ilkon's in the chat. If you want to bring him up.
Yeah, I can.
Send it to him on Instagram.
I'll send it.
She will send you the link on IG. Guys, make sure to like the channel if you like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that super chat button. All super chats go towards the divorce documentary, so hit that super chat button. We really appreciate it. And go over to CJ's channel and subscribe. Let's get him over to 300.
That was that his real page?
Okay, yeah, that's real. That's really okay.
Okay. I was like, sometimes people pretend to be people, so I was like, let me just make sure.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, follow me. Turn on the AC now. But so yeah, you were right about that. Melanin agreed with you too. She wasn't offended. Melanin's really smart girl over there.
Yeah, I tried to send her a link too. I would have sent the other girl a link, but I just need
the other girl.
The crazy.
Athena?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, Jazz? No.
Actually, I was thinking Doug MPA said no, but I was like, here I could mute her, so it wouldn't be too bad.
Jazz or Tyranny?
I would have had them both on as long as I can mute them.
Oh,
because as long as it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have like the white knighting, like, you know, because that's the problem. It, like when they crash out, if I could just mute you, then it's like calm down and then you can come back on.
So
it's like
the biggest problem. So Tyranny's not as bad as Jazz, because Jazz always says, can I finish? Can I finish?
Oh my goodness.
But she doesn't let people finish. Andy
Oh
Wilson said it the best
He's
when
1,000% right.
he was on the panel. He's like, look, conversations don't go like that in real life. You don't see real people talking and someone says, can I finish? Can I finish? She's it's like a power thing. But that's not how real conversation works. It is insane.
And the worst part is, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm done.
She's putting somebody through that misery. She's in a relationship.
Oh no, come on.
Is in hell. That has to be a nightmare.
Muhammad Ali quote: "I want my children to look like me. I want my wife to look like me. It's a natural thing for want their children to look like them. There's nothing wrong with that." Yeah, and that was my thing, because she just kept saying that, like, that black women were going to take the white men. I'm like, statistically, there's no way.
Yeah, we
got our issues, but white men do a lot of. My brother in school, I remember I showed him a friend of mine to date, and she was athletic. She was on the volleyball team, and he said she was too fat. And I would say she was like 20 4 or 5% body fat. I don't know if you guys know what that looks like, but like,
That's pretty.
like I don't know, maybe like 10 pounds above like skinny. But and that's just kind of, especially like if you get to high earning white guys, they don't do that.
Hello. How you doing,
Hello.
Pearly?
I'm good. How's it going?
I'm trying to stay black and die. So let me make a proper introduction first, okay? Of just the timelines of things that's happened before you ever even got on the panel. You were probably one of the most supported people by the black men. I won't say black women. I know black women try to tear you apart. I cannot deny that at all because of information you do share. But white women try to tear you apart. Women in general try to tear you apart. You've been somebody a lot of people have been supported before you even came on a panel. When you came on Anton Daniels' panel maybe 2-3 years ago, black women would say, "Oh, Pearly racist." Men came out to your defense big time. I'm one of the men that came out to your defense. I say, hey, Pearly is not racist. I don't support that. Y'all are mad because she's saying factual information. The problem is, and I was stand corrected as well too. I told you we do the Black Fatigue show, but on the next one, because that was already done. But I probably didn't tell you beforehand. I apologize for that. But one thing I will never, that you know that men won't do or women won't do, is when the conversation just goes to race, when we're having a conversation about women in general, that's something that threw the whole panel left. That person who came on my panel was talking too much. I agree with you, right? We need to control that. And we need to moderate a little bit better. I don't agree with that. But if I sat on a Muslim men and women's table, Jewish men and women's table, Asian man and women's table, they're not going to let no other race of man or woman come on that table and just blatantly go there disrespectfully. I didn't even say if you're wrong or not. It's the fact that, especially when you're laughing, it's one thing if I say, hey, Pearl, if I want to speak about injustice, I go, hey, Pearl, there's a lot of injustice that's happened in law enforcement. And I know I could say something like white men are trafficking kids, laughing. And why you date white men? If I'm saying it in bad faith, it can come off as if I'm blatantly just trying to disrespect white men. But if I'm having a conversation with you going back and forth and I'm saying, hey, Pearl, I understand white men can be a certain way, but you know, in this country, millions of women and children are trafficked. It's the intent of going straight there. When we had that Black Fatigue conversation
Right. Yeah. But the challenge is, you're telling me we're talking about Black fatigue. So I'm coming in thinking that this is the topic. And if you look back to our messages, yes, you did.
Did I tell you we're not talking about that today? On the next one, did I not tell you that?
No.
On Instagram,
no, you said the next topic is Black fatigue.
No, I said that. Hold on, watch. Let me show you. Maybe we had a misunderstanding.
You could go through it, but
you said I thought we were talking, and it could be a cultural barrier. I said I thought we were talking about Black fatigue. I said that's next one. This was already planned. Next one is Black fatigue. So you might have thought that was the next topic.
Right, but I'm saying putting up a show. Why would I think it's out of bounds to bring up race issues when one of the topics is Black fatigue?
Because we were
why would that be out of bounds?
Because we didn't even get to that topic yet. So if I just said, well, you know, white men known for supposedly being pedos or dealing with older women or trafficking, all those kind of things. I
wouldn't get offended because I'm an adult, and that's what I can't stand. I cannot stand when I'm dealing with people that get offended over anything. Why have a debate show? Why host things if you're going to get offended over facts, data, and statistics? You know, I'm not coming in. You had a panelist literally call one of your other panelists a coon, and it was a slap on the wrist. But I talk about facts, data, and statistics, and I'm the bad guy. Like that is blatantly disrespectful. You didn't kick her off.
No. So when Big Rick said he believes that people be using the facts and statistics, and you don't back that up, you went along with them. Yep, we can't use that. You literally, when he said that, it's a nuanced point. I've talked about it on the channel.
Your first instance has got to be real life, right? You're going to be easily manipulated if anyone could put a study in your face and say this. But I could give you, when we're talking about Black crime, I could give you real life examples. I could give you examples in the media, and I could give you facts, data, and statistics. If you don't have all three, I understand having a different.
Okay, so if you're talking about tough skin, why'd you want to kick people off when we bring them to make the show for you? We're bringing people.
Well,
let me. I'm gonna ask you
because
we set up a panel. Hold on, we set up a panel for you, like literally, so we can build with you. You're gonna kick the person who's literally the contrarian or going against what you're saying. You're saying have a tough skin. But you want to kick the person off.
It's like, well, do you want an entertaining show, or do you want it to be boring? And I'm not trying to be rude, but I got to 2 million subscribers. I had debates 6 days a week. When you have someone that's not that entertaining over talking everybody, it's going to ruin the show.
That person that person brought right now. Before you got on there, we had 500 people watching. Like we are small. We have 5,000 subscribers on my channel. He has 2. When we get to 40, 100,000, 100 subscribers, our channel's going to be completely different.
Well,
but that guy, let me finish. That guy is opposite of what your message is, and it'd be a perfect setup for you two to talk and you to make content off of it and clip it. You want to kick the person off that's going to make a great show for you, but instead of doing that, you went to race.
Are you trying to tell Pearl about YouTube? You need to stop.
I know they always do. Like,
Pearl's a genius, so you need to stop trying to tell Pearl about YouTube. So
let him have a conversation. Let him have a conversation.
It's just the challenge. And I'm not trying to be rude, but you have 5,000 subscribers.
Let me ask him since he butted in. Hey, sir, if you want to have a conversation where there's not an echo chamber, which Pearl asked us not to have a echo chamber. We hate echo chambers too. Why would you kick off the person who's going against what you're saying so we have an actual conversation?
Because you can't have a conversation when someone's monologuing for 10 minutes. You can't do it. And so no, I didn't even think this guy was disrespectful, but I'm like, we're never going to get to the point. He doesn't land planes. Like in a good debate, you got to go back and forth. Like I just have a good knack for this. I did 6 shows with 10 people on it, 6 days a week for a year, and 2 years at 4 days a week. There's nobody that's done more panels than me. No, and I just said, like, if I'm giving you 3 hours of my time, which I don't have to give you, and I'm giving you advice on how to do it, I would just take it if I